Is Mexico all drug cartels and fancy beach resorts? We don't think so. Come with us as we travel by RV with 12 other couples on an epic 3-month adventure to explore the culture, history, and food of our neighbor to the south. We are Angie and Rhonda with Adventures in NoMadness, and this week we see millions of bats fly out of a cave, climb way up high on some ruins, and battle ants that got into our RV.
Rhea stopped at the light.
Go into a bat cave. I see like 3 million bats come out of a cave. First we have to walk about 300 meters and then wait around and then see the bats come out. Yeah.
We're protecting basically 1.2 million acres in this part of Campeche that represents 40% of the total surface of this estate. Over 400 species of birds, 2 species of monkeys, howler spider monkeys, 3 species of deers, 2 species of wild boars, 5 types of felines, jaguar, puma, ocelot, jaguarundi, and basically all of that is around of you guys. These bats are really, really important for the environment, all right? They pollinize, they regulate all of those insects that are not really nice, bugs, crickets, cockroaches, spiders, all right? And the third service that the bats give us is basically by eating the fruits, they're gonna disperse those grains, and that's gonna help the forest to recover much faster, all right? Bats are our friends, all right?
Hi, honey.
Hello, honey. Hi. Hello. Well, this is a pretty special event, watching millions, literally millions of bats come out of a dry cenote and fly around and get insects. So they do this nightly. It's not seasonal like at Carlsbad Caverns. There's only a certain season where you see the bats come out of the cave. Here, they live here, so it's a year-round thing. So this is Balam-Ku, and it's about 85 pesos. And you just show up here, you don't need to make reservations, just show up here, it's about 85 pesos, and you walk up the trail, and they take groups, and about 15 at a time. Although our group was larger, and they added another group on top of it. So really special to watch the bats come out. What are you looking for?
True.
Jaguars and pumas. I have a feeling it's like being in Alaska and never seeing a lynx.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Calakmul is definitely my favorite ruin so far. Hardly anybody here. There's a few people, but not that many. There are tour groups that come, but they can't get the bus on that road. So you have to really want to get here. The road into here is no joke. It's 60 kilometers, which doesn't seem that far, but we're staying only about 10 kilometers down the road for the entrance, so 70 kilometers. It took us an hour and a half. It is windy and bumpy, and I don't get car sick very often, but I was definitely feeling nauseous on that road. And Rhonda just came down. That was quite a climb.
It's hot up there.
It's hot. To get in, it cost you 85 pesos, and then it was 50 pesos to get permission for the GoPro. And well worth getting out here, but it is way off the beaten track, and quite the trek to get out here. And then once you reach the station here, it's about 6/10 of a mile to get to the ruins, and then probably another quarter mile to get to the main temple. So, awesome, huh?
It is. Worth the drive.
Worth the drive. All right, we're climbing up the big temple at Calakmul, and it's 40 meters tall, and by far the largest temple pyramid that we've seen so far. This is definitely our favorite. We made it to the top, but what goes up has to go down, and that's the harder part of it, the whole thing.
So one of the things that Angie forgot to mention is that this particular site is loaded with existing standing stelas, and stelas basically were used to picture or tell stories of conquests or just the way they were living. Now, because they're exposed, there's not a lot left of them, but they do have some stuff up front that gives you an idea of what they might have looked like back then.
And as another side note, this was discovered in 1930 by folks that were out here looking for a particular type of tree, and then that's when they discovered this amazing site.
Used for gum.
Used for gum, right. It's always special to see wildlife that you don't see at home out in the wild, and we've been lucky now a couple days at some of these ruins to see howler monkeys. So there's a mama and a baby up there in the tree. You know what that is? Frickin' ants everywhere. So we noticed a couple ants inside, and then we noticed a lot more ants and more ants and more ants. So Mexico is a land of ants, and we were actually told that we should bring some sort of anti-ant stuff or ant bait, and we didn't, because we never had an issue with ants in our RV. But we do now. Rhonda's in there vacuuming up as many ants as possible, and then our wonderful wagon master and another friend had a bunch of ant traps. So we're putting the ant traps out, and I guess they'll eat that and take that back to the colony and kill them all off. So they're all over. We put the mud flap up so they can't really get on that anymore, but you know, they're finding their ways in. But yeah, these traps are working well already, and they're coming in and going right into them. So yeah, if you come to Mexico, bring ant traps, ant bait, ant powder, whatever you can get. Ew. If you hear Rhonda swearing inside, it's because she is.
Nice. It's like bonito. Yeah, the translation for saying nice.
Okay, what was your dinner?
Cactus quesadilla.
And
I have some left over.